Hey guys, what's up? It's Steve here, and I know you guys are all thinking, where have you been? What's been going on? And as most of you know, I've been getting married. I had my wedding, I had my honeymoon, I had my bachelor party. So I've just been so incredibly busy. But not only that, I had some serious computer issues over the last month. My MacBook decided to just totally crap out on me, so I ended up bringing it to the Apple store and they fixed it. And then I brought it home, and literally one day later, it broke on me again. So I ended up having to send it back to the Apple store and getting it fixed again. And what sucked about that is I didn't even have my computer on my honeymoon, so I was basically I had no way to really upload videos onto my computer, and I just had no way to keep up with YouTube. So, long story short, I have just had a busy, crazy month away from YouTube, and honestly, it wasn't the worst thing in the world because as much as I do like to keep up with YouTube, it was just a time where it was almost better that I was away from it. It wasn't on my mind, and it just allowed me to have a ton of fun. It allowed me to just forget about any commitments or anything that I had to do, and I just relaxed and had the best time of my life. And I'm not even just saying that. I'm not saying this was the best time of my life because I got married. It was just the best time of my life. I can't even start to try and explain to you guys how awesome of a month I've had, but I'm going to do my best and try and tell you guys what's been going on in the last couple weeks. And I know a lot of you are waiting for the graffiti battle that was supposed to be finished on April 16th, and that's going to be the next thing that I work at finishing up. Now that I've got my computer back, I'm actually recording this video on my computer right now, so it's not the best quality ever, but I just have to put a video out. I just have to let you guys know where I've been and let you know that I'm back and I'm ready to get back into the YouTube thing. But I just want to tell you guys what I've been doing because I have so many awesome stories for you. So this is going to be a fun little video where I just tell you guys what's been going on. So here we go. Basically, it all starts about 3 or 4 weeks ago when I had my bachelor party. And that was honestly the best time of my life. Well, the beginning of the best time of my life. I had a lot of guys come together and just throw me this amazing party. We went to an escape room, and for those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically where you get locked inside this place, and for us it was a jail cell, and we had to find a way to escape it. So that was cool. I had never done that before, and it was cool because we had to kind of look around the room and find a way out. And my brother-in-law was like across in another cell, and he kind of told me, he was like, "Hey Steve, I see a flashlight outside your cell." So I kind of reached out and grabbed this flashlight, and then we started looking around our cell, and then I noticed that there were some keys across the cell. So he told me that he had a pole in his room, but he needed the flashlight to find it. So I tossed the flashlight over to his cell. He found the pole. He tossed the pole to me. I used that, and I knocked the keys off the hook and pulled them into our cell. And then we opened up this little chest that had another key in it. And long story short, we just had to find a way out of this jail cell. So I thought that was totally awesome, and if you guys ever get a chance to go to an escape room, I totally recommend it. It's such a cool experience. And then after that, we all ended up going out for dinner, and then we just came back to my place and played beer pong or flip cup. And it was awesome. I mean, I didn't really care to go to a strip club or do any of that traditional bachelor party stuff. I just wanted to have fun with my friends, so that's what we did. And it was amazing. It was incredible. I got to hang out with all the coolest people in the world. And then basically a week later was my wedding. And I mean, I don't need to explain to you guys, that was obviously the best time of my life because we just had so many incredible people in our lives come together to celebrate that with us. I got to, they all wrote speeches for us, and they were very emotional. I mean, they made us really realize how important these people were to us. And I mean, we know that. We know how important these friends and family are to us, but it was just amazing to hear them all just speak so highly of us. I mean, I feel so honored about some of the things that were said about us. But not only that, we had a blast with these people. We got to dance the night away and drink the night away and just have a great old time. Me and my mom actually choreographed a little dance because you got to do the son-mother dance. So we choreographed this cool little dance that everyone loved. Everyone gave us a little standing ovation. So that was awesome. That was really magical for us. And then something else happened in the night. At the very end of the night, a lot of my friends know that I rap and stuff. And about 5 years ago, I wrote this song for my girlfriend. Sorry, my wife. I gotta call her my wife now. I wrote this song for her, and I had it on YouTube. Not on this account. It's on some other account, and I don't even know if I want you guys to see it. But, I mean, I don't really care. You guys can check it out if you want. But, yeah, they actually asked the DJ to play this song, and then my buddy comes up to me with a microphone, and he hands it to me. And I ended up having to rap this song in front of all my guests, pretty much. I mean, it was later at the night, so a lot of people had left at that point. But it was cool. I mean, I've never really had to rap in front of that many people, but it was a lot of fun. It was really cool. It made the night that much cooler for me. And I mean, I kind of said to my buddy, I'm like, why did you do that to me? Why did you put me on the spot like that? And he said to me, Steve, when are you ever going to rap in front of that many people? And I kind of looked at him and I was like, you know what? You're right. You put me on the spot and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun and I wouldn't change anything for the world, really. So our wedding was perfect. Everything went great. The weather was awesome. And me and my wife just had the best time ever. We really did. Yeah, I don't know what more to say about that. I mean, maybe I'll show you guys some pictures of it or something at the end. I'll post a bunch of pictures, but we're still waiting for a lot of our pictures to be put together by our wedding photographer, so maybe I'll post those later. But long story short, the wedding was phenomenal. It couldn't have been better. And yeah, then, sorry, I'm doing this all on the fly, so I'm just kind of doing this off the top of my mind. Then a week later, we ended up going on our honeymoon, and I just got back yesterday, but it was the best honeymoon ever. I can't imagine a better honeymoon. Like, it was just so phenomenal. We went to Grenada, and for those of you who don't know where that is, it's actually just above South America. It's a very tiny little island, and it was incredible. It really couldn't have been better. The place we went was a sandals resort, and we've gone to lots of tropical resorts in the past, but this resort was just so much nicer than anything we have ever been to. We literally felt like we were in heaven. I mean, people were just all friendly. All the workers were so friendly. They were always happy to do anything that you requested of them. The food was incredible. The drinks were just flowing like fountains. We got to play water volleyball every day, which I love. I love to be active on vacation. I'm not one of those people that likes to just sit around in the sun. So we did that every day, and for every time that you played one of these sports or activities, you'd get points. And at the end of the trip, you put all your points together and you got to win some prizes. So my wife and I actually won these little sandals necklaces. They got these little sandals at the end of them. They're really cool. And it was just cool to know that they they reward you for getting involved in the activities. And I thought that was awesome. One of the coolest parts of my trip was definitely the time I actually rented, or I didn't really rent it, they just let you borrow these sailboats, and they're actually catamarans, which are kind of like sailboats with these two pontoons. And I mean, I've sailed at my cottage before. I sail all the time. I learned to sail at a pretty young age, so I just had to go up to the guy and say that I know how to sail. And he let us take out a sailboat all by ourselves. We didn't have to go with anyone at all. And, I mean, my wife just kind of sat there and enjoyed the trip. But I got to sail this boat all by myself. I got to kind of hold the jib and sail the rudder. And we traveled down the coast of Grenada. And it was phenomenal. It was the coolest experience of my life. I mean, aside from everything else that happened. It was incredible. I never in my life thought that I could just go to some random country and just borrow this sailboat and get to like travel down the coast. Like I was in the Atlantic Ocean just sailing, and that's something I never thought I could ever do in my life, but it was insane. It was so amazing, and I don't think I could do anything cooler than that in my life. I mean, well, I hope I can. I hope more things happen in my life that amazing. But it was the coolest experience ever. We got to see all the amazing scenery. We actually got to see Oprah's house. Apparently, Oprah owns a house in Grenada, so we saw it up on the cliff, and yeah, it was just an awesome sailing trip. So that was just one cool thing that happened. Another cool thing that happened was my wife and I had a candlelight dinner on the beach one night, and it was just like, it was just us in the sand with a table and chairs and our own bottle of wine, and it was all candle lit, and I can't even explain how magical it was to you guys. It was just phenomenal. I couldn't have asked for a better dinner, and we're definitely gonna remember that forever. Like, I don't think something that nice will ever happen to us again, but hopefully it will. But long story short, it was just incredible. We had such a good dinner. We had a surf and turf, which is basically steak and lobster, and it was incredible. It was so amazing. And then there was one other thing that happened this trip. I mean, among a billion things that happened that were amazing. One night we were just chilling on the beach, me and all these friends that we met, and this couple came up to us, and they kind of just started hanging out with us. We were playing this game on one of our tablets, and it's called Heads Up, and you all basically hold this thing above your head, and it says a word on it, and everyone else has to describe it, and you have to guess what it is. So we're all playing this game, and then this couple comes up, and they want to get involved. So they start playing with us. We're having fun. We're all laughing and shooting shit. And then me and the one guy from the couple decide we need to go get some drinks for everyone. So we get up. We go to the bar. We're still talking. And he's telling me that he's leaving on Sunday, and then he's going to to Bermuda. He's going to Bermuda, and then he's going on a yacht somewhere with all his friends, and then they're going to Panama, and basically I'm just kind of thinking, who is this guy? Like, this guy must be like pretty wealthy, or he must have some friends in high places to be doing this. So I'm like, okay, whatever, this guy lives a pretty cool life. So we're walking back with our drinks. We're going back to like this little bonfire that was in the middle of a swimming pool, which is crazy enough. I mean, this story is already crazy, but we're walking back, and then my buddy runs up to me, and he's like, Steve, do you know who this is? And I'm just like, yeah, it's Derek. It's, the guy we just met, Derek. He's a cool guy, right? And he's like, no, he is a professional hockey player. And I'm just kind of thinking, like, what do you mean professional hockey player? Like, what does that mean? Is he like in the OHL, or like, what are you even saying? Is he an Olympic hockey player? Like, what's going on here? And he's like, no, this guy is an NHL hockey player. This guy plays for the Edmonton Oilers. And I mean, I don't know if I want to name his name. Well, I mean, I can. It doesn't matter. There's nothing to hide. He was just a cool guy. He was a cool, awesome guy. Okay, his name was Derek Roy, and he played for the Edmonton Oilers. And I mean, at that point, I'm just kind of thinking, okay, this makes sense. That's why he's traveling all over the Caribbean right now. Because obviously his hockey season's over, so he's just out having fun with his girlfriend. But I mean, it was at that point, it was kind of like, oh, okay, I was just like talking to this guy. I thought he was just a normal guy, and now he's this hockey player, and we're hanging out with him. And then after that, we ended up all going to this pool table and playing pool all night and getting each other drinks and just having a great old time. And it was just cool because I've never really had a chance to just hang out with someone that's like a professional athlete, let alone a professional hockey player, because I'm a huge hockey fan. Luckily, I wasn't wearing my Sharks hat because I'm sure he wouldn't have thought that was cool. But yeah, long story short, this guy was just the coolest, most down-to-earth guy ever, and we had a blast. We really did. We played pool together, and it's not like we were even hanging out with him for like an hour. We were literally hanging out with this guy the whole night. It was like a good 4 or 5 hours that we were hanging out, and I mean, I just thought that was really cool. I thought that was really cool of him to just hang out with us. And then a couple nights later, he hung out with us again with his girlfriend, and yeah, that was just really cool. But aside from that, I'm trying to think of what else happened. We went on this tour of Grenada. It was like a half-day tour, and we went out and had all these shots of this alcohol. We went to like a rum distillery, so that was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun doing that. Excuse me. Hold on, I got something on my computer I gotta close here. Okay, so yeah, anyways, I don't know what else to say. I'm sure there's so many more things I want to say. Oh yeah, here's another thing that happened that was totally cool. One of the first nights of our honeymoon, we went out to this hibachi restaurant. And it's basically one of those things where you all sit around this table and the guy basically cooks you all this food. And he basically, it's like a whole show. It's this whole entertaining thing. And you basically get to meet all the people that are sitting around the table with you. The guy, I guess the chef, yeah, we'll call him the hibachi chef. He does this thing where he like throws the food up in the air and you have to catch it in your mouth. So we all got to do that, and that was just a lot of fun. But what was really cool is we ended up meeting this one couple that was getting married. They were on their vacation and they were getting married. And I guess for whatever reason, they just decided that they wanted to, instead of doing a big fancy wedding like we did, they just wanted to go on their vacation together and just get married, the two of them. No family, no big crazy event. They just wanted to do it, the two of them, which I think was just such an awesome idea. I mean, really, at the end of the day, a wedding's really about you and your wife. So I thought that was so cool. But what was even cooler is they invited us to go to their wedding. Like, I didn't think I was going on my vacation or my honeymoon to go to someone else's wedding, but we got invited to their wedding. So one of the days that we were there, we went to their wedding, and, we took pictures for them, and we celebrated with them, and we drank champagne with them, and it was honestly one of the nicest, most beautiful weddings I've ever experienced in my life. And they were such a nice couple, just the nicest people in the world. And they were from America, and actually most of the friends that we met on this trip were Americans, and I really can't speak highly enough of American people. I mean, I'm a Canadian, but I've got so many different friends from America, and yeah, long story short, I love a lot of Americans. They're really cool people, and we just made some of the best friends in the world on this vacation, and I hope to stay in touch with all of them because, I feel like they're just pretty much like lifelong friends. Like, we all shared such a magical time together, and yeah, it's kind of funny because I just got home yesterday and it's back to reality now. I felt like I was some sort of crazy celebrity for the last 3 or 4 weeks because all the attention was on me and my wife, and I mean, it was just such a magical time. Like, the coolest things in my life happened within 4 weeks, and I guess that's why I'm saying that it was kind of good that I was away from YouTube, because I love YouTube. YouTube is one of the biggest, most favorite hobbies I have in the world, and it's something I love to do, but it made sense that for these 4 weeks I was away from YouTube, because if I was focusing on YouTube, I might not have been able to enjoy this time as much as I did. I'd be probably too focused on making a video out of everything. And, I kind of said to my wife that, I don't want to take pictures of everything and I don't want to take videos of everything. Really, I just want to live in the moment. And I think that's a problem with a lot of people these days. I think sometimes we don't know when to just put our devices down and just really live in the moment. And yeah, long story short, that's what I tried to do on this trip. I didn't go on Facebook the whole time I was there. I didn't go on YouTube. I didn't go on the internet at all. I just lived it. I just lived it as it happened. And yeah, it was the coolest time of my life. It was so cool. And I don't know. That's all I have to say. And I know you guys are just listening to this story and you're probably thinking, oh, that sounds kind of cool. That sounds awesome. But it was just, I feel like I just came back from heaven. I feel like I was on heaven, or I can't even speak straight because I'm just so excited talking about all this with you guys. But I really feel like I was in heaven. I mean, we got a champagne bottle delivered to our room on the first day we were there, and, we shook it up, and champagne went everywhere, and it was just an awesome time. And then the next day we woke up to breakfast in bed. They brought us breakfast in bed, and I've never really done that before in my life. And my God, there was just so much awesome stuff that happened. I met so many awesome people from Grenada who just had so many stories to tell me. And oh my God, it was just the coolest time of my life. So rather than, waste time, trying to make some video out of a bunch of pictures or trying to get right into the graffiti battle video, I just wanted to stop and just put out this video and tell you guys why I've been gone and how much fun I've had, and just kind of let you guys know why I had to take a break from YouTube. Because honestly, guys, this was the most magical month of my life. It really was. There's no other way to explain it. But yeah, I guess really I just want to thank everyone that made it so magical. All the people that came to our wedding, all the friends and family, all the people that we met on our honeymoon. I mean, all the people that were at the resort, and all the workers, everyone who was there, everyone who has come into our lives in the last couple weeks have just made this really the best month of our lives. There's no other way to explain it. I really feel like we were in heaven for the last 4 weeks. So yeah, I just wanted to put out this video and let you all know where we've been. Oh yeah, you see this ring right here? This isn't my real wedding ring. My real wedding ring actually broke on our trip. I don't know how. I think I was dancing one night, or I hit some furniture, or I don't know what happened. But this is just a ring that I bought on our trip just because I wanted something to wear. We're going to go into the jewelry shop today, and hopefully we're going to get a replacement, or they're going to fix it. I don't know what they're going to do, but I just wanted a ring while we were on our trip. So I bought this one for like $15, but I'm going to keep this forever because this thing's kind of special to me. It's just a reminder of our honeymoon, and really just a reminder of the greatest time of my life. It really is. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just putting out this video to let you guys know that I am back. I am ready to get to work. But yeah, long story short, I have just had the best time of my life. And yeah, as always, I'm going to have to shut myself up because I just keep talking. So if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section, and I'll answer any of the questions that you guys have. But I just want to thank you guys for being so patient with me during this time. I know I've been gone a lot longer than I've ever been gone before, but it just had to be done. So yeah. With that said, guys, thanks so much for understanding. Thanks for all your support, and I promise I'm ready to get back to work. But yeah, I seriously had the best time of my life. So yeah, thanks for all of your understanding, and I'm going to end the video right here. Guys, thanks for everything. As always, peace out.